Welcome. My name is Peter Strong, and I'm a professional psychotherapist specializing in mindfulness therapy, which I offer online over Skype. So, if you'd like to learn how to start Skype therapy to help you overcome your anxiety or depression or other emotional problem, then please reach out to me by email. Tell me more about yourself and how I can help you, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have about Skype therapy. People like online therapy in general because it's so much more convenient. It means you can organize your sessions from home. You don't have to leave home to go to a therapist's office. And this can be very beneficial. So I see lots of people who suffer from agoraphobia, and I also see quite a few people who suffer from driving phobia and difficulty with driving in general. But I also have quite a few clients, such as stay-home mums, or the elderly, or people who generally find it difficult to leave home for whatever reason. So online therapy has a lot of great advantages. And as long as you use Skype or similar video format, then the Skype therapy sessions are really no different than talking with a therapist in person. It's really important that you can see each other. That makes the communication more effective and equivalent to meeting in person. Another reason why people like Skype therapy is because it feels more comfortable in general. It's far less intimidating than going to a clinic or a therapist's office. It's also more private too, and that's another feature that many people like. You know, when you're dealing with difficult emotional problems or maybe an addiction, it's often difficult to talk about this in public. It's easier for you to talk in private, and of course, talking to me through Skype offers you that degree of privacy. So, if you'd like to learn more about Skype therapy and the mindfulness therapy approach that I specialize in, do please email me. All you need to start Skype therapy is a laptop, a tablet, or even an iPhone which has Skype installed on it, and you need a reasonably good internet connection, which is usually not a problem these days, and you need a quiet place in which to conduct your therapy sessions. So during the Skype therapy sessions, I will teach you how to work with your emotions using mindfulness. Now, you may have heard about mindfulness. It's a very, very interesting area. It's been around for many hundreds of years, of course, and traces back to the teachings of the Buddha. But now we are discovering how to apply mindfulness in overcoming emotional suffering. And it works extremely well when working with anxiety or depression, or for managing the painful and compulsive emotions that are associated with an addiction. I have also developed a number of mindfulness-based techniques for working with PTSD that are proving very successful indeed. These include techniques like mindfulness-based imagery processing, where you can effectively decrease the intensity of a flashback memory by changing the way that you see that scene in the mind. So working with imagery is actually a very important part of working with emotions in general. Even anxiety and depression has associated internal imagery. And this is why we often feel overwhelmed when we are struggling with chronic anxiety or depression. Literally, that's because the emotion is very large and we see it above us in our internal imagery. That's why we use that term, feeling overwhelmed. When you're working with depression, we often associate depression with black, the color black, and the imagery is often very dark in color. These characteristics are very important, and it's something that we can uncover during mindfulness therapy, where we really look at the structure of your emotions. We are interested in finding out how they work, how your mind creates anxiety or depression. And imagery is a big part of that. Another part of mindfulness therapy is to do with trying to change your relationship to your emotions and thoughts as well. This is very important because our habit is to become completely lost in our emotions or thoughts. We become identified with them. And when you become identified with them, then this leads to emotional suffering. What we have to learn is how to actually form a conscious relationship with our emotions and thoughts as well, in which we do not become identified, where we can see them as mental objects. So this shift in perception is a very important part of mindfulness training. When you can see the emotion as an object instead of identifying with it, then that process in and of itself frees you from a great deal of emotional suffering. It also stops feeding that emotion because we are no longer identifying with it. If you don't feed an emotion, then that emotion really has no choice but to continue its natural process of resolution, in which it loses intensity. So that's a big part of mindfulness therapy, and I will teach you about these ways of working with your anxiety or depression in great detail during the online therapy sessions. So if you'd like to learn more, please email me and let's schedule a Skype therapy session. Thank you.